Hello doctors, welcome to Jab Studies But Fun. My name is Dr. Angad Rai. I have scored an All India rank 9 in the June 2023 exam by scoring 221 out of 300. In this video, we're going to discuss about the strategies, the timetable and everything what you have to do with respect to scoring a good score in the upcoming June 2025 exam. Now, with respect to this present last exam which happened right now in January, you all know there is a mixed review there. It was quite tough. Multiple previous year questions which were expected to come, they did not come. There were many out of the box questions. And to be honest, right now we have to start expecting such things because the level of the examination is getting tough. Now, there are multiple reasons why this can happen, but it should not be our concern. We should be prepared in such a way that no matter what sort of question comes, either it's going to be the toughest exam ever or it's going to be the easiest exam ever, we are going to nail it. For that, I have come up with a strategy and a timetable. Not just me, around 8 to 9 people, we have taken a couple of days and sorted a plan in such a way that no matter what problems will come, maybe there are going to be burnouts, we're expecting each and everything, but we're having a revision plan, a timetable in such a way that no matter what problems are there, you are going to follow it and you're going to nail the upcoming FMG exam. This plan which I'm going to talk about, I'm going to keep this video as short as possible because I don't want to waste your time by blabbering etc stuff. Okay, this plan which I want to talk to you about is going to be a 5 months plan. Okay, a 5 months 12 days plan. You're going to have 4 revisions literally from we're going to start it from the 20th of Jan. We're going to start it from the 20th of Jan, so you still have time to recover. If you have already given the examination and you're expecting that maybe you want to give the second attempt, if even you're a fresh student, again you have time to recover and just enjoy and now get back to the power. All right, 20th January we're going to start. Still you'll be having 4 revisions. You'll be having at least 3 grand tests, okay, which will be scheduled within the plan as well. You're going to have time to revise. And the main thing which many people ignore during the preparation is just they're studying, but they are not taking care of your mental health. In this schedule, we are considering that as the priority because mental health is the one which is going to prevent you from getting burnouts. It really doesn't matter if you're going to study 2 days, 3 days, 3 weeks continuously and then 1 week of burnout. Everything will go in vain. So mental peace is a priority with respect to our schedule over here. Who this schedule is good for is anyone who has not started their preparation yet, from zero, even if they don't know M of medicine, them you can use it. Anyone who's going to have a reattempt, or if anyone is going through their internship and they want to give an FMG exam, which means it is for everyone. Okay, and everyone, what I mean to say is even with respect to study. Now you know how much you study. Maybe you are a brilliant student, maybe you are an average student. There is no bad student. Okay, there is always, everyone is it depends on everyone's brain capacity. Someone is a slow learner, someone is a fast learner. So it is for everyone kept in consideration. Okay, so this plan, when we made it, we had a couple of multiple people who someone scored 220 plus, 230 plus, who were just pass, or who we can say consider who takes time to study. So everyone gave their inputs and then we made this plan. Okay, one important thing is I want you to watch the video in detail. Don't try to skip, don't try to keep it in it's not a video, marrow video that you have to put it in 2x or something less. Understand it nicely. Try to imagine you yourself doing this at the moment. Okay, so what does the plan consist of? First of all, I told you who should follow. Anyone who's going to be reattempting, anyone who's going to be fresh or during their internship period. You will have 3 revisions which are going to be generalized, and the last which is there, the 4th one, which is the final revision, 7 days revision you will get as well. Okay, I'm going to talk about how to study, and I'm also going to be providing the PDF. If you want the PDF of this timetable, okay, I'm going to add it in the description of the YouTube. It is in my Telegram page. In this Telegram page, we are going to start from the 20th, daily images. Okay, you'll have daily images. You will also have daily at least 10 questions which are PYQs. So idea is that if you do 10, 10, 10, 10 every day, rather than doing 100, 200 all of a sudden, that much memory also will not be retained. But if you study little by little, it will be easier for your brain also to work, and it won't be a load. Okay, so this will be provided in our Telegram group, that also free. Nothing, no price for the previous year questions, which we're going to give daily 10 questions, along with that the images. Now, this schedule, if you'll talk about this schedule, I first of all wrote all the subjects. With red is all the major subjects. These are the ones which can carry around 25 to 40 marks. Now why 40? Because it's varying. At my time surgery, they asked 50 questions. This time they asked another subject more questions. So it varies, but at least minimum 25 can come from there. Subject like PSM, the paper one subject, medicine, surgery, OB-GYN. So they are red. Other ones which I have marked over here are the moderate ones, the one in brown. These are the moderate subjects: anatomy, physio, biochem, micro, pharma, ENT, patho, optha, and pediatrics. The green ones are the ones, these are, first of all, these brown ones, you can expect at least 13 to 17 questions per subject. Okay, 13 to 17 questions per subject. With respect to the green ones, in the green ones, you can see these are the ones which are minor subjects. You can expect any from around 5 to 7 questions from these subjects: psychiatry, radio, ortho, anesthesia, FSM, and derma. Clear? Red, brown, green. This differentiation I have given in the revision as well. Let us talk about our first revision. Okay, hear me out in detail. Before I go with the first revision, here are the days also I have given. You might say 4 plus 2, 5 plus 2. What are these? I'll explain this. 4 is, like example, we're talking about PSM. 4 is the number of days you will take to study the subject. Any source. If you will ask me what source you have to do, you have right now, we're expecting the examination to be in the first week of July. Okay, so you are having roughly around 5 months. Practically saying, if anyone is there, they will ask me what to study. Okay, what to study. Any source you have, any platform, the full videos, don't do it. I'm directly telling you, don't do the full videos of any, either it's Marrow Prep, eGurukul, whatever is there, please don't do it. Why? You might be able to get it done in 4 months, the full revision, nicely thorough, all the videos, and you'll be very, you'll understand all the concepts. But the problem is, when will you revise? 4 months you gave for your first read, then you will revise. Where will you will basically have no time. Rather than this, do the smart work. Okay, I want you guys to understand one thing: FMG, to crack it, it is not about how much you have to study, it's how smart you study. There's a difference between smart work and hard work. So what I want you to do is take any RRs, either it is Marrow, Prep Ladder, doc tutorials, anything, just follow the RRs. They are short, concise, and they cover all the vital topics which you must know. Now you will ask me one thing, Dr. Saab, in this exam which happened in January, there were so many topics which were out of the syllabus. So how do you solve that? Those things you are going to get involved with the help of grand test. Okay, grand test is going to test your other capacity of how you know the other topics, and through that you can understand. Our topic is, okay, no doubt, maybe there are some topics which are coming out of the syllabus. Now that does not mean that you are going to stop studying the previous year topics, correct? So you have to go through the previous year topics. We are going to branch our tree slowly. We're not going to directly have if you see a root, it starts by one and then it begins to spread. That is our plan. We are going to start with all the previous year topics. We are going to solidify our base and then we are going to spread. So that is our plan. Take any RR of your choice. Now you will be like, which is the best? Literally, it depends on you. Okay, in this video, everything, the whole detail of this examination, you don't have to watch any other video for your schedule. What I was saying is, if you want to ask me how to choose a platform, it's very simple. See the doctors. In all platforms, they have at least 1 or 2 videos which are free of cost. Check the doctor. For example, I give you in Marrow. Okay, now this I can tell you also. Dr. Rohan sir, he is literally the best in surgery. But if you don't like the way he teaches, try to check from Prep. Try to check from Doc Tutorial. It really doesn't matter of what platform, because if they will ask you, what is this in centimeter? How long is the esophagus? Answer in Marrow also is going to be the same. Answer in Prep or any other source is also going to be the same. What you have to do is choose your doctor. Choose the teaching who you feel comfortable with. And with that, you have to go on. Understood? What I did during my preparation was, I picked out sources from multiple platforms. Whoever I felt comfortable, I did it. Now another one comment will come, sir, we don't have the finance. It's okay. Do this plan with 2 people. One person buy this, one person buy that. And when you are like an interchange and you can study. So you have to find possibilities by yourself, correct? So what I was saying is, talking about PSM as a subject, 4 days you're going to take to study that. From your revision videos, 4 days, all the top videos you have to finish, including your revising the whole thing. It doesn't really matter if you just watch the video. You have to revise. It should be there in your brain. You should retain. 2 days you're going to take to cover the PYQs. Not the Q banks. PYQs. Okay, I want you guys to understand what you have to do in the questions is you have to do 5 years FMG, okay, 5 years NEET PG, and 3 years INI. Yes, very important, 3 years INI, because from INI also directly they're going to ask. And nowadays, as you know, the questions are getting tough, so expect the worst. Okay, it's better expecting the worst rather than thinking that exam is going to be good and all of a sudden it's going to be hard, then you'll stress it out. So start preparing in the hard level itself. 5 years FMG, 5 years NEET PG, and 3 years INI. Understood? Now, what you have to do is, this is your plan. For all the subjects I have given it, you can watch it nicely, 4 days, and I have given this a thought, okay? It's not like random days I have given. Everyone, if someone who's like, yeah, I feel very weak, I can't study anything, for you only, this is there. If you're feeling that you will take, if you feel that you're someone who will take less days, try to adjust. Maybe for example, for medicine, okay, maybe you need 4 days. Then you adjust for some subject which you need more time. So like that, use this timetable as a template. Okay, so now you know how to study. You're going to take a minimum of the days I have given. All the first ones are the days which you have to study. And the other one, the latter one, is going to be for solving the questions. Which means, for example, PSM, you have total 6 days. 4 days studying, 2 days revising and solving all the PYQs. And bookmark whatever you feel tricky. After this, after 6 days, you are not going to touch PSM. You have to go through medicine. Understand what I'm trying to say you is that you need to pressurize yourself. A subject like pediatrics can be done within 3 days, can be done within 1 month, or it can take even 3 years. It is all on your mindset, how you're going to get it done. It should be done. Example, PSM 6 days, matlab 6 days you have to get it done. And I'll tell you why. Okay, I hope you understood this. Let's go with our first revision plan. The first revision plan which we have is going to start from 20th January, as I told you. Okay, it is going to be from 20th January. From 20th January to May 6 is your first revision plan. This is going to be of a 107 days plan. Now understand why I have given this time. For example, what you're going to start is, the schedule I have made is based on the combination. The first plan is going to be a combination of the moderate subjects, the tough subjects, and the easy subject. So that you will not get in a burst like first 4 subjects or you're going to do main and then you will be in burnout. No, we'll not do such bullshit. We're going to keep your mind calm. We want you to enjoy. Understand one thing, the day you start enjoying studying, you're going to pass for sure. It's a very important thing. Now, what I want you to guys to go through is, for example, we have talked about pediatrics. Pedia 2+1. Then is PSM 4+2. Dharma 2+1. Now I hope you understood the number and the date. After this, we're going to give you a 2 days break. Very important. You have taken 3 days for Pedia, 6 days for PSM, and Dharma 3 days. After this, you get a 2 days break. Now, what are you going to do in this 2 days? The first day, you're going to do no matter all the revision of these 3 subjects. Try to finish it as much as you can. Now, obviously, you can't go through all pages. You have to go through up. Try to build your picture memory, because your picture memory is going to help you in the exam. Exact thing is never going to come. That's why I say to trust your notes. Only trust your notes, because if, for example, a topic about breast cancer is given in your lower left side of your notebook, remember it there only, because in the exam, if any topic related to breast cancer comes directly in your brain, it should be okay, it's in the lower left corner, there was this given, then it will be easy to rule out for you. I hope you understood. After giving a 2 days break, the first day break, if you are going to be done with all of the revision of Pedia, PSM, Dharma, the next day is your do whatever you want. Ideally, just study for 1 day. The next day is definitely going to be for you. You do whatever you want. You want to dance, you want to go to the club, you want to, just sing songs, do whatever you want. Followed by which, you're going to go for medicine, 5+2 days. I know medicine you feel is going to be tricky, but you need to work smart. That's why the rapid revision videos, you will be able to do it in 5 days and 2 days for the question. Pathology 3+2, psychiatry 2+1. Now you might notice one thing, for the minus subjects, the days which I've given are kind of more. If you feel it is more, adjust your timetable according to yourself. Adjust it based on your convenience. If you feel it is better, if you feel you are taking less days, then give it for medicine if you feel it more. Again, after 3 subjects, take a 2 days break. Like this, you will finish anatomy, optha, ENT, and then again take a 2 days break. Pharma and anesthesia. Pharma is a huge, mugging your topic. So that's why 2 subjects and then a 2 days break, followed by surgery, ortho, radio, again 2 days break, OB-GYN, FSM, 2 days break, and lastly, the topics which you have to mug up for a longer time, like physio, biochemistry, micro, keep it at the end. Okay, because if you start from only from physio, biochemistry, micro, the chances of you to forget it later are going to be more. After this, you will take 1 day break, and then you will give a grand test. Now people tend to be away from grand test, and that is wrong. Understand one thing: the reason of grand test is not for you to understand how much you know about it. It is for you to build the habit to sit for that long. Okay, if you ask me with respect to level, again I'm saying use any platforms. Personally, I feel that the Marrow grand tests are kind of hard, but it's good to give that, because if you're used to the hard level here, during the examination it will be easier for you. So giving a grand test on 1 day, it is going to take you around basically 150, so 300 minutes, 6 hours. After that, take the day break. The next day, you have to review the grand test. Like this, your whole revision 1 is going to get done. If you are someone who want to know where you stand on the 19th, I would suggest you on the 19th of Jan, give 1 grand test. Even though if you have not touched even one subject, just give 1 grand test. Based on that, you can at least know, okay, these are the topics which I feel tricky, so I'm going to give more days to this, or these are less, like this, you can adjust it. Again, I want you guys to understand, use this as a template. Understood? Use this as a template. I'll give this PDF in the group, and do whatever you want with it. The second revision is going to start from May 7 to June 11. This is going to be for around 36 days. So you're saying that we are reducing from 107 to 36. Again, now here you have to divide the subjects in a more shorter time. Pediatrics 1 day, in which it should be included revision and your previous year questions. PSM 2 days. Derma and psychiatry 1 day. Medicine again 2 days. Pathology 2 days. And you'll have a day break followed by which. Again, with the same plan, follow anatomy, optha, ENT, pharma, anesthesia. Again, you have to go for surgery, ortho, radio, FSM. After this, you can go for OB-GYN for 3 days, and then you can have a 1 day break. So like that, you will see that for physio, biochemistry and microbiology, we are given 2 days each, okay? 2 days for physio, 2 days for biochem, and 2 days for micro. Now, I do understand that you might say that it is kind of like less, it is going to be shortened, but do understand that we are trying to revise 4 times. You have to understand that during this examination, you don't have to keep a goal of mastering one subject. We need to know the basics of all the 19 subjects, for which we have to cover all the subjects. I know many of your seniors might tell that, okay, don't study this, focus on this, but understand one thing, the pattern is changing. Maybe he or she might have got lucky, but we don't have to go on the factor of luck. We want to be prepared for no matter what. Okay, so understand, you have to cover previous year questions, along with that your revision. That is why I'm telling you, see, if you start from Q banks only first, you will not have the time to finish the entire thing. At least finish the basic thing, which is your notes, along with that your previous year questions. And once you do this previous year questions, you will understand what is important. So that will be easier for you to revise later on the topics. Okay, this I cannot miss, this I cannot miss. So this is your second revision, which is going to be of 36 days from 7th May to June 11. After this, you will be having your third revision, which is going to be from the 12th June to 24th June. Okay, so you're around 13 days you'll have for this. Again, the days have been divided. Pedia, PSM, Derma, psychiatry, within 2 days you have to finish. Medicine, patho, again within 2 days you have to finish. Anat, opta, ENT, 2 days you'll have to finish. Pharma, anesthesia, 1 day. Surgery, ortho, radio, you have 2 days. OB-GYN, FSM, you'll have 2 days. And physiology, biochemistry and micro, you'll have 2 days. You're understanding one thing, that the days are reducing drastically from 107 days for the first revision to second was 36, and now it is 13. The reason why I give 106 this is because your first read or your first revision should be the best. No matter what conditions are there, you have to perfect it that time, because in these days, in the second and the third revision, you will not have time to complete that. So please understand why the days are shortening. After you're done with this, we'll have the fourth revision. But before the fourth revision, I will tell you how to get this all things done. Number one, how to study. I'll tell you how I used to study. I used to do the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro technique is a very effective way so that you will not be distracted throughout. You will be able to enjoy the process. How I used to do was study for 30 minutes and then take a 5 minutes break. 30 minutes religiously. The phone would be kept aside and I would be studying. Even if my mom or dad would call, I would wait. During that 5 minutes, I would call. So the best thing is just keep in your phone in DND so you won't get distracted only. In that 30 minutes, there should be no interaction with anyone. You should be focused in what you are studying. Once the 30 minutes bell rings, start your 5 minutes timer. When you start the 5 minutes timer, Except studies, do whatever you want. You want to dance, you want to eat, you want to sing, do whatever you want to do. I used to just go out of my room, go away from the place where you were studying, and listen a song, go for a walk, and come back within 5 minutes. But once the 5 minutes clock, it times out, don't waste another minute. Come back, sit at your place, and start again. This is the art of discipline. You will be like, okay, I will be motivated one day, but you will not be motivated every day. There will be days where you will feel like hell. But even how God will test that you are worthy is because even when you feel hell that day, you are going to be focused and you're like, no matter what, I am going to study. That is called discipline. And for that discipline, you can, no matter how many videos you watch, discipline value videos, it is not going to work. It should come from within. So how do you used to study? Pomodoro study. How I used to do is, I will tell you. Like for example over here, okay, this is during my time examination. Okay, many people will tell you, okay, that you have to study 13 hours 14 hours per day. Realistically, effective hours is not possible that way. If you see, on June 1, my exam was on June 30, I studied for 7.5 hours. What I used to do excuse me, what I used to do was, whenever a 30 minutes time would go, I would make a line. So like that, I used to make a line. This is like a self, goal type thing, that at the end of the day, I would see that this many hours I've studied, I have been satisfied. Now look, how this 7.5 hours were there, I will tell you that as well. It was very, it was very easy to mark it, but to study for this long was even harder. I used to start studying by around 9 a.m. Okay, and I used to finish my studies by around 8 p.m. So if you see the one thing, it is around literally 11 to 12 hours, right? And how am I saying studying 7.5 hours? Because this was 7.5 effective hours. This was the other time, which will be the 3-4 hours. These are all including the food which I used to eat, the time which I used to spend with my friends or stuff like that. So understand one thing, I was not saying that I'm going to study for 11 hours per day. My effective study hours was only 7.5 hours. And this 7.5 hours will decide your future. Understand that. Because every day you will have a fear. Am I studying enough? Even what's plan I'm giving you, I am telling you, you will not be able to follow it 100%. There is no one who has followed 100% of their plan. People who are very hardworking, they at least get up to 80%. I was able to follow around 70 to 80% of my own plan. So our goal is that only, that whatever you're planning of your day, of your month, at least if 70 to 80% you have done, that means you're on the right track. So understand, study with Pomodoro, effective hours should be counted. Don't add here 12 hours. You also know how much you studied. You don't have to tell this to me or anyone else. You have to tell this to yourself that yes, I have done this much. I used to keep a goal that, Angad, if you are able to do 7 hours per day minimum, you don't have to study again. Because I used to study in the hostel that time. So what in the hostel, there are people who study in the morning and there are people who study at the night. So at times in the beginning, what I used to feel was that whenever I was done with my morning study and then I used to come down to the mess, I used to see people going down in the library and it used to give me a FOMO. Yeah, they are studying and I'm not studying. But if you follow this plan, if you give yourself a goal, keep it on the paper, minimum 7 hours I have to study. If you do that, after that, do whatever you want. You want to dance, you want to go play. I used to go play football, anything you can do. But you have to finish your daily goal. Because doctors, you understand one thing, that this exam is actually a combination of a marathon and the sprint. These 5 months is your marathon. The last 2-3 weeks is going to be sprint. Both are equally important. To ace in the marathon, you have to focus on this at daily targets. Every day, imagine before the previous day, before sleeping, make a daily target and try to complete at least 70 to 80% of it, and you will get a great score. Where to get the PYQs from? Doctors, usually what I did was I was using multiple platforms like Marrow or PrepLadder. Right now, me and my team, we are planning to make a PDF which will require all 5 years of FMG, 5 years of NEET PG and 3 years of INI. Within 2 weeks, we're going to publish it in our Telegram group. So stay tuned and we'll let you know. Literally, it'll be like just around 70-80 rupees per subject, and you will be able to get all the must-know topics, including the explanation. If you don't want to go through that, it is okay. You can go through a reliable source. FMG solution is there, but I would recommend you to take a platform because they have citations. Reference will be given from where they think the answer is correct, like Marrow or PrepLadder. Jump Studies Platform Telegram group, as I've already told you, we are going to have 10 questions daily, 10 images daily, so that you will have slowly you will build up everything and you will not have any burnouts. I have check on my YouTube, you can see a Jab Studies Fun playlist where I'm teaching whatever I have studied. We have completed medicine, pediatrics, derma, and we're going to try to finish all the other subjects. Whatever I had studied, nothing more than that to score my rank. What do we want of this? I just want a promise from you. If this all was useful, if you are getting good gains from this, try to help someone else as well. Because if you help others, then only our community, the FMG community, will gain some respect in in our society. Because honestly, we have a bad name. There is nothing to hide from it, and the only way to make respect with respect to others in the society. First of all, I tell them, don't give any damn. You should not give any fucks about what people think and not. But you are in India, and India is a stigmatized society, to be honest. So in that place, to show that you deserve everything, you have to show that. And the only way you have to show is by scoring great and helping others. Okay. The last and the final revision is going to be the revision for the last 7 days. We're assuming the exam going to be on the 1st of July, right? So in the last 7 days, what I want you to do is, this is just a template. You can use whatever you want. For the 25th of June, you could study Opta, Micro, Anat, Biochem. Okay, these are the ones kind of ratification. We're starting it in the last, so that in the end also you can give one more day to it. Then medicine, ENT, patho, ortho, followed by surgery, OB-GYN, derma, psychiatry. By now, all of this will be in your fingertips because you had very good amount of time during the first revision, then second revision you did, then you did third time, and now you're doing it fourth time. So you're understanding, as I told you earlier, it doesn't matter that how perfect you are in surgery. It matters ki how much you know about all the 19 subjects, and with this plan, you will know everything. Understand that. You will avoid burnouts. You'll be able to cover your PYQs. You'll be able to revise. And that is how you have to crack. There is no other simple answer to how to crack your FMG exam. Followed by pharma, physio, PSM, anesthesia, biochemistry, the second last day, biochemistry, PSM, images, volatile topics, and the high yield topics. The last day, if we are assuming 1st July, see, when the date is going to come, we're going to modify our timetable, but mainly it is going to be like this. The last day, I want to give it as a buffer. Don't do anything. Okay, don't plan anything for that day. We want our mental peace to be calm. From day one, from the 20th of January, I want you guys to focus on your mental peace. If you are someone who don't believe on meditation, it's okay. You can go for a 5 minutes walk. You can give yourself time. Just go for a walk. That is also a huge mental peace giving thing, right? But I used to do meditation. I personally preach for that. Even though what I want you guys to know is that you guys can text me on Telegram or Instagram page, anything with respect to studies, I'll always be there to help. But even if you have any issues, if you don't have a friend to talk to, just DM me and we'll have a talk, we'll have a call, and we'll try to sort out whatever your problem is. Okay. So this is the plan which I told you, Pomodoro technique, right? It really worked. It helped me and it helped my sister as well. I want you guys to understand that some people will be that, can we pass in 5 months? To be honest, I studied for 6 months only, and then I got the rank. But you can, okay, you definitely can. My sister, she studied for only 1.5 months, 1 month properly and 1.5 months here and there. She came here, she just had done her graduation. I was teaching her along with that. She was giving her puts and she was able to pass. Now, obviously, she did not get something which is 200 plus or something like that, but she was able to pass in 1.5 months. So that is what I'm trying to tell you, that you will be able to pass if you work smart and work hard at the same time. But working smart is more important. This page is very important. I want you guys to read this every day before starting your preparation for your studies. You have to start with image-based questions from day one itself. From day one, please do not ignore the images, otherwise at the end you will not be able to have time. Just watch 10-15 questions a day. Just see, and then you will be able to retain it for a long time. What questions you should practice? As I told you, 5 years FMG, 5 years NEET PG, 3 years I9. In 1 week, we'll be uploading the list with respect to the price in our Telegram page. Very affordable, but if you don't want to go that, it's completely okay. You can use Marrow or Prep Ladder or anything else. QBank, I am telling you, it's not compulsory right now. If you are someone who has already revised, who is already prepared, who has already done with the first revision, you can go for the QBank, no issues. But if you're someone who is right now going to start afresh, please don't start with your QBank. If you still want to go with the QBank, you can go for Marrow or Prep Ladder. Anyone who is giving you a good reference. FMG solution is also a great go. Our main idea is multiple revisions. That's why at the end we have constrained the plan 107, 36, 13 to 7 days, because we want multiple revisions. We want you to remember exact thing. We want that you should have a picture memory. whenever you review a grand test, make sure don't review all the 300 questions. In the time when you review the grand test, first of all, you have to give a grand test. No matter if you have done even half of subject, not even one half of subject, just give. Because I want you to have a habit of sitting. Have a habit of sitting nicely, like how you're watching this video till the end. So you can have a habit of sitting throughout the examination. Okay. What you have to review is the questions which you did wrong, the questions which you marked as guest marked, or the questions which took too much time, more than 1 minute, bookmark them and review them. Okay. How to avoid burnouts, that is the most important thing. I have told you that it used to, like I used to study, like I tried it on myself, that's why I'm telling you. Okay, that I used to go for a 2 week sprint. So much I used to study. People like, how much is this guy studying? And then I was so exhausted that in the last week I used to fall and I was like, I can't do anything. So then instead of doing that, it's better that you give yourself breaks. You can do meditation, you can go for daily walks, and along with that, daily updates regarding the progress before one day. Just make a plan, at least complete 70 to 80%, and definitely you will pass. I'm not talking about also pass. Leave pass, you'll score about 200, and that is what I'm assuring you. Okay. Our plan, as I already told you, we're going to provide we're going to provide all the images, must know images from all the 90 subjects. Soon I will upload it in the group. All the PYQs, 5 years FMG, 5 years NEET, PG, and 3 years INI, because it is very hard to find and it's only found in platforms. So with our research, we're going to make it and send it to you. Important one-liners which you can use as a revision source, that is also going to be uploaded in our group. The link of the group will be in our description. Daily images and daily MCQs, these are free. Literally, these are free. Just give the just focus on this, and like that you'll have an idea. Okay, this was the important question, these are important images. Now we are all, like last time we had an FMG mega revision series. Okay, that has been uploaded on YouTube in our membership program, where you can watch it out. Around 1000 plus PYTs has been discussed. We will have such a session with different topics discussed in the upcoming months. But if anyone wants to watch it, you can watch it out in our YouTube channel in Jab Studies Met Fun in the FMG mega revision playlist. Lastly, if you want to join the group, the Telegram QR code is over here. You can scan it and directly enjoy. Along with that, in Instagram also, daily must know topics I will be uploading. This is my official Telegram page, Jab Studies Met Fun, where if you have any other doubts, you can definitely DM me and I'll help you out. Okay, so this was a plan in which we cover 4 revisions, and I hope you understood it. And if you have any other doubts, DM me, and believe me, you will pass. I know you will pass. You have to believe, and you have to believe in yourself that you will pass as well. See you on the other side. Take care.